Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. During his customary Sunday Angelus, the Holy Father expressed anguish over the turn of events in Nicaragua. In the Central American nation, the Sandinista government of Daniel Ortega is persecuting the church by detaining bishops and priests and expelling nuns. The Holy Father said he is following with concern and sorrow the situation involving both people and institutions. The Pontiff said peaceful coexistence is still possible through open and sincere dialogue. He also invoked the intercession of Mary Immaculate, the Purissima, who is so dear to the people of Nicaragua. In the latest turn of events, Bishop Rolando Alvarez of Matagalpa was forcibly taken to Managua and kept under house arrest. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has expressed concern over the obstruction of democratic and civil life in Nicaragua. This includes the recent actions taken by the government against civil society organizations and the church. He was referring to the police raid on the Curia building in Matagalpa and the forced transfer of Bishop Rolando Alvarez to Managua on Friday. Guterres urged the Sandinista government led by President Daniel Ortega to protect the human rights of all civilians. Meanwhile, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights has flayed the repression of the church in Nicaragua. The autonomous body of the Organization of American States also sought the release of all detained persons, including the bishop and priests. Cardinal Leopoldo Brenes of Managua in Nicaragua met the Bishop of Matagalpa, Rolando Alvarez, hours after he was brought to the capital by President Ortega's police and kept under house arrest. The Archdiocese also said in a statement that the Cardinal was able to meet the detained prelate at the residence of one of his relatives where he is being held. The top prelate said that Bishop Alvarez's physical condition continues to deteriorate while his willpower remains strong. In a statement, the Archdiocese of Managua has expressed solidarity with the Matagalpa diocese. The Archdiocesan statement said that Bishop Alvarez has expressed confidence in everyone's prayers in this difficult situation. In the United States, Bishop David Malloy of Rockford, who is the chairman of the US Conference of Catholic Bishops' Committee on International Justice and Peace, has issued a statement expressing solidarity with the persecuted church in Nicaragua. In the statement, the prelate said he is expressing steadfast solidarity with his brothers in the Nicaraguan episcopate, along with the priests and missionaries. Bishop Malloy said the faith of the Nicaraguan people is an inspiration for all. Separately, Monsignor Juan Antonio Cruz Serrano, the Holy See's permanent observer to the Organization of American States, stated that the Vatican cannot fail to express its concern, and he appealed to the parties concerned to seek ways to foster understanding based on respect and mutual trust. In the US state of Florida, the Department of Education has supported a Christian school's legal battle over the recital of a prayer over the loudspeaker before a football match. The Florida High School Athletic Association had restricted the Cambridge Christian School from conducting a prayer before the game in 2015. The school challenged the decision and went to the appeals court in Atlanta. But District Judge Charlene Honeywell said the association did not violate the school's First Amendment rights. Now advocates for the Department of Education have filed a 28-page argument critical of the association at the 11th US Circuit Court of Appeals. The Holy Father has ratified the election of the new bishop of the Melkite eparchy of Newton in the United States. On Saturday, Pope Francis gave his assent to the election of Father Francois Beruti as the new bishop of the eparchy. It was in June that the Synod of this Oriental Church elected the 51-year-old Beirut-born priest as the new head of its American eparchy. He is the successor of 78-year-old Bishop Nicholas James Samra, who stepped down after serving the eparchy for 11 years. Father Beruti was born in the Lebanese capital in 1971, and his family emigrated to North Vancouver in Canada in 1976. The bishop-elect was ordained in 1988, and he has a doctorate in philosophy from the University of Ottawa and a doctorate in theology from St. Paul University in the same city. It was in 2011 that he moved from Canada to the eparchy of Newton in the United States. The head of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, Archbishop Jose Gomez, has blessed a new facility to house homeless pregnant women in Los Angeles. The ceremony took place on August the 19th, and the new residence has been named Pico Home. It was a defunct convent that was converted into a residence for pregnant women. This residence can house up to 30 women and is run by the Archdiocese of Los Angeles Harvest Home. Its executive director, Sarah Wilson, said that this facility would provide pregnant women with shelter and other necessary services. During the blessing, the Archbishop urged everyone to pray for homeless pregnant women and build a culture where every life is appreciated. According to the Los Angeles County Department of Health, every year 5,000 pregnant women become homeless in the city. A Pakistani Catholic martyr, whose cause for beatification is proceeding, has been honoured with a public park in his name near Toronto in Canada. The city of Brampton has named a park after Shabaz Bhati, a Catholic politician who was assassinated by Muslim insurgents on March the 2nd in 2011. During the inaugural ceremony, Mayor Patrick Brown said he was proud to officially open the Shabaz Bhati Park. He hailed the martyr as a true symbol of religious freedom, adding that they would never forget Mr. Bhati's legacy, courage and sacrifice. Bhati was the first Catholic lawmaker to be appointed Federal Minister for Minority Affairs in 2008. He was assassinated by terrorists belonging to the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan in the Pakistani capital of Islamabad. Somalian authorities said on Sunday that security forces have brought to an end a siege by militants linked to Al-Qaeda at a hotel in the capital, Mogadishu. More than 20 people were confirmed to have been killed at the end of the operation. Armed forces fought with the militants for 30 hours before freeing dozens of hostages held at the Hyatt Hotel. Militants detonated explosives and made their way into the hotel on Friday. Minister of Health Ali Haji has confirmed that 21 people were killed and 117 others were injured. He added that the casualty count was based only on bodies taken to the hospital, as some bodies were quickly buried by relatives. During the military operation, the insurgents were shot dead. The Al-Shabaab group linked to Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for the attack. In the Nigerian state of Imo, 4 nuns were kidnapped on Sunday, August the 21st. The Secretary-General of the Sisters of Jesus the Saviour, Sister Zita Ihedoro, confirmed that 4 members of their congregation were abducted near the Okigwe-Umulolo axis of the Okigwe-Enugu highway while they were on their way to attend Mass. She named the kidnapped nuns as Sisters Johannes Nwodo, Christabel Echimatsu, Liberato Mbemalu, and Benita Agu. She also called for intense prayers for their quick and safe release. In the statement, she wrote, "May Jesus the Saviour listen to our prayers, and may our Mother Mary intercede for the unconditional release of our dear sisters." Of late, the kidnapping of Catholic priests and religious is on the rise in the West African country, which is plagued with insecurity. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow for more. And remember, you can also visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.